I thought it would be fun to make my first long form YouTube video about my solo show that I'm preparing for that's going to be in January. Little problem that I'm having right now, I have 9 paintings that are going in the show and they're not done yet. Some of them are close to done, some of them are about midway, some of them are not even started. The biggest one I have to do, which I think is 22 by 36 or something, I haven't even started. Primed, it's ready for me to paint on and transfer a sketch on. Other than that, it's not even started. I have a original painting I'm finishing today. I'm hoping to get my small studies done that are 5x7 done today because they're so small. Might need 1 or 2 layers tomorrow, but that's manageable and I can do that. Everything has a frame. That's really good because it would suck to run out and get frames. I learned pretty late in the game that panels, first of all, I like to paint on them more than canvases, and they're also way easier to frame. Canvases, you probably need to get custom framed, or you need to buy an open frame from a store, and they're extremely expensive and crazy. Anyway, all of that to say, I'd say 8 out of the 9 ones I'm doing are panel. The new one I'm doing, the big one that's on the canvas, has a frame because I had already gotten a frame for it pre-made for a different painting of the same size. So this is the small painting. This is what a 5x7 would look like. Fits in my hand. This is from Bouguereau's Girl with Pomegranate. They're just fragments of hands. And I had these 5x7 frames that I picked up for like $6. Crazy deal. I didn't know what to paint in them because I don't work that small usually. Even that 8x10 right there was super small for me to manage. I decided that I love to paint hands, especially Bouguereau's hands. That's just like an awesome idea I came up with. So I'm doing 3 of those, and I've got 2 other master copies that I'm working on that are about maybe 75% done. And then I have a mentored painting that I did recently with my awesome mentor. I need to finish that one up. It just needs a little bit more work. I'd say probably not in the face anymore, but maybe the hair to unify it together. And the huge one I'm doing, it's an original, Sirens. It's an original, inspired by Bouguereau, as always. Do I even need to say that anymore? The first attempt, it's gonna look something like this. It's a woman, she's in white robes, and there's butterflies, and she's like in a forest. Problem that happened with this canvas, well, after like 4 years of oil painting, I finally learned how to gesso correctly and how to prime. What I was doing before was, I thought if, you know, the more you sand, the better like the canvas will absorb the gesso, and the more you sand the gesso, the more, I guess it would just make it more absorbent and nice to paint on. No, I ended up polishing the gesso because I sanded it so hard that it turned into like a really plasticky feeling, smooth, almost like a toy would feel, like a plastic toy. That's what the canvas feels like. Go to paint on it and the paint wouldn't stay and it wouldn't move around. It would just like sit on top of it. I polished the gesso to absolute plastic. So I bought a new canvas. I was using this one to test out gold paint. This is the mineral, whatever it's called, mineral paint, gold, I forget. This is oil paint. Tell it's kind of brown and it doesn't have the sheen. I have gold leaf, but I feel like gold leaf can look overpowering, and I'm putting it on a pretty large part of the painting, and I feel like gold leaves are just for accents, unless you're making a doorknob like entirely gold or something, but that's not what I'm doing. I have a new painting I'm doing with my mentor that I'm doing in the background as well. Luckily, I can grind away on my own personal paintings, and then every once in a while I'll have an update and I'll be able to work on my mentor painting once I get feedback. I'm making this video to document it, share my process and what I'm thinking during this, and my first solo show in a gallery in a local community center in my city. The process of jamming out some paintings. It's not something I haven't done before, so I can do it, but that just means I have to stop procrastinating and do it. That's the update. Should mention too, I guess, all the paintings behind me, with the exception of this one right here, is going in the show. The goal, finish all 9 pieces, have them framed, maybe varnish them, wire them correctly so they hang on the hooks, and I'm gonna stop talking, I'm gonna start painting, and I will record that, show you that in the video, and then probably voice it over. It's 2 days later. I haven't got a lot done, but I'm planning on getting a lot done tonight. It is like 6:30 at night. I'm in my comfiest painting attire that I could find. I think this is like a 5XL sweatshirt, and it's the comfiest thing I've ever bought. Here is what is on the docket. I have this mentored painting that I just completed, oh, maybe a couple weeks ago. Pretty cool. Second painting, probably get really close to done tonight, is this one. I did another layer on it yesterday, I think. Don't love how his face looks right now. And then hopefully I'm able to sign it tonight. That's how far I want to be on this painting tonight, is I'm signing it. Here's a master copy that I thought was going really well in the beginning, and now that I'm looking at it, I hate it. But it's at a good point for me to put a layer on it where I can fix it. I'm sure this looks great to some people. To me, it looks like garbage. It looks really amateur to me in my eyes. It's not where I want it to be, basically. I'm being pretty harsh. I probably don't need to be as harsh. It's not even halfway done. I'll do another layer on it tonight. I want to be almost done with this tonight. Master copy. I think I started this months ago. I didn't realize it then, but portions are a little off. Her face is leaning to one side. So I need to fix that, and it doesn't really look like the reference. So this needs a little TLC and another layer. And this, I think, is 24 by 30. Had a painting on it. You can see her cup. Spent so long painting this, and I hated it. I felt so good painting over it. So it's time for a new project. And the idea I have for this is really nice. I hope I don't end up hating it. I kind of can't end up hating it because it's for a show in a couple weeks. I'll record myself tomorrow. So it's been a few days. Let me share what I've done. Here's an original that I'm pretty sure is done. I think it's at a good enough spot. I don't know, I might tweak it a little bit. Just don't know if I have the time. I finished a 5x7. I think it turned out really good. That's what it looks like popped in the frame. Here's another 5x7 that's still super wet. I'm scared to pop it in the frame, but this is what it looks like. Imagine it in the frame. Here's the third frame. It's pretty blue, as you can see, so I really don't want it to fight with the painting I'm gonna put in it. I'm trying to choose my frames carefully. That's pretty much all I got up to yesterday. Really need to work on the other things that are falling behind. And then I have to do some details on my original that I said I was going to work on a little bit more. I'm going to try and take footage today, actually, because the last couple days I haven't been recording. And yesterday I had this problem with my iCloud. I don't know. Peace. It's 2 days after Christmas, and I painted for 7 hours yesterday trying to get this painting behind me finished. So far from done, and I think if I can commit another 5 hours on it tonight, I can get it to almost done. I'm hoping that the paint isn't too wet, that when I go to work on it, it starts to lift up. Everything just needs to be tweaked, and then there's my 2 master copies I have to get done. Get everything done today because tomorrow I need to wire all the frames and I need to finish the backing on all the frames. Ideally, they need to be varnished and they need to be drying. So I'm hoping to get a lot of work done today. Looks like a lot of it dried already. Wasn't expecting that. I layered on a ton of green paint to get that background done. People complain about their oil paint not drying fast enough. I've never really had that problem. I guess I work in extremely thin layers compared to other people, but so I'm going to work on this painting. This stuff needs to be done like now, like yesterday, like the day before yesterday. Later, quick update on all the paintings that I've got done so far. I'm almost done with my big original painting. Actually just finished the painting behind me. I've varnished one of my hand studies. I've varnished my mentored painting. I've framed them. I've wired all my frames. I finally put the finishing touches on that other original painting where she's holding the like jar thing. I have one more master copy, which is behind me, and I have to finish that one today. So really all that's left for me to do is finish my huge original painting and the master copy behind me. And then all I have to do is varnish what has to be varnished when it's ready to be varnished and put it all onto its frame and wire what needs to be wired and finish the backing. That's all I need to do. My deadline is the 4th. Today is the 30th, I think. So we're coming up on it. So yeah.